Good morning. Welcome to the business meeting of the Washington Medical Commission. I'll now call the meeting to order. As we have recently started to do, we'll begin the portion of the business meeting with the public comment section. The purpose of the public comment is to allow members of the public to directly address the Medical Commission on issues of public concern. Please refrain from providing comments on pending or open investigations or disciplinary cases. We will not be answering any questions or responding. Staff will be available after the meeting to answer your questions. Please understand that although the time period for comment during the business meeting is limited, the public can attend and provide comment at Washington Medical Commission committee meetings. The public can also contact staff during normal business hours. We welcome written comments as well. Amelia, do we have anyone signed in to speak?
No.
Seeing none on the list, this concludes the public comment portion of the meeting. I want to thank you for your comments, although there were none. Again, you may provide written comments at any time. Thank you. Next on the agenda is the chair report. The only thing that I want to bring to the attention of the commission is that we have a new commissioner with us today, Dr. Bamba, over here on the left, has joined panel A, and she attended yesterday's panel session. I invite you to make a few comments, tell us a little bit about yourself, and perhaps if you could tell us why you joined the commission and what you hope to achieve.
Thank you, Dr. My name is Dana Bamba. I'm an adult psychiatrist. My practice is based in King County. I
don't know if the mic is on.
We didn't give them the class beforehand. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Mabel Bamba. I'm an adult psychiatrist. My practice is based in King County. I've been with Kaiser Permanente since 2012. I'm currently the Associate Medical Director of Chronic Care, but I also maintain a specialty practice at Kaiser Permanente as well. My decision to hope to join you as part of the Washington Medical Commission is to serve the public. I'm very interested in issues that impact underserved communities. My background and training is in public psychiatry, so for me this is all very connected. I look forward to learning with all of you and to getting to know commissioners that I haven't had a chance to be introduced to yet, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, you would conclude your statement. Just wanted to give my over here. We have a little bit of time on the agenda, so I'd like to invite members of the commission to go around the room and just introduce themselves to you, since you actually didn't meet any of the members. Let me start with Dr. This. All the people already met.
It is. It is, yes. So I'm Angelia D'Souza with the yesterday of Natural Medicine, and I'm the Jewish member as well.
I am Scott Rogers. I'm a public member, not a physician, and in my spare time, I'm an attorney.
Arlene Duro. I'm a physician assistant, physician member for a little over a year.
Hi, I'm Poshin Chang. I'm a field physician on Southwest Washington area. I'm also a kind of community physician, but different medical groups and physical.
So I am not a commissioner, but I am an assistant attorney general. I'm the legal advisor. I'm Heather Carter, and you'll see me at all of business meetings and policy meetings.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Christine Blank. I'm a public member and have been for several years now. I'm the chair of the policy. Oh, I am the system director for medical staff for Peace Health.
And I'm Jimmy Chung, general surgeon, been with the commission in 5 years.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Terry Murphy. I'm an emergency physician in Tri-Cities area. I've been on the commission for over 2 years, and I'm the panel B chair.
I'm Carrie Domino. I'm an anesthesiologist at University of Washington, and I specialize in neural anesthesia, and I also have a long interest in patient safety.
Richard Wons, neurosurgeon, on the commission for almost 4 years. Nice to have you.
Morning, I'm Lopez, I'm a VA and retired hospitalist, and I've been newly appointed just last year. Wow.
Robert Bowen, I'm a public member on the commission for 6 months, I've started years.
Good morning. I'm Chad Berkeley. Again, I'm a practicing UW research in climate, ocean research, and I'm a big fan of patient safety. I've been on mission since 2014, and the oldest member of this whole group. Governor, replaced me, but I can be gone anytime. So, welcome.
All right, thank you, everyone. And hopefully you'll have a chance to also meet members of the staff individually as you serve the commission. And Dr. Young also stuck in the back, and you met him already yesterday. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. At this point, are there any items on the consent agenda that any of the commissioners would like to discuss? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None opposed, the motion carries. Next on the agenda is all business committee and work group reports. Are there any members of the committees or work groups who would like to make a report at this time? Seeing none. Next item is rulemaking activities. Ms. Boyd?
Nothing new to report outside of what's on the rules progress report.
Thank you. Next item is policy committee report. I'll turn that over to Ms. Blake.
Good morning again. We had a brief policy committee meeting yesterday. We had a couple of PA documents that I hope everybody had an opportunity to take a look at. I will start with the patient restraint and seclusion document. Are there any questions or concerns? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to accept the document as presented.
So moved.
Thank you. And the next document is another PA document. Oh, and can I have any opposed? All in favor? Thank you. The next document is the PA disability evaluation. Are there any concerns or questions related to this one? Hearing none, I make a motion to accept this document. And no other complaints, I will accept that as a yes, unless there are any other questions or concerns. All in favor? Thank you. We had an email come through to us from a provider, actually a complaint from a provider that, I don't know if you want to talk about that, Mike, or you want me to go ahead?
You can go ahead.
Okay.
All that.
Okay, sure. The request was that the medical commission consider a policy requiring that organizations adequately inform patients regarding the level of training for providers and mid-levels that they see. For example, when an ARNP or a PA sees patients, many organizations don't emphasize the fact that they're seeing a mid-level, and many patients think they are seeing physicians. In many cases, patients are shocked to learn they have not been seeing a physician. This is a real problem, serious misinformation, and does the patient a great disservice. In my field of gastroenterology, many organizations do not make a distinction between a trained GI performing a colonoscopy and a general surgeon who does not have gastroenterology training or nearly the same level of skill performing colonoscopy. Patients here again think the two positions are equivalent. I am sure that there are many other examples. We talked about this yesterday and felt that this was not under the jurisdiction of the Washington Medical Commission. There is a statement as well that Ann Lopez pointed out at her meeting yesterday that does indicate that PAs and providers are wearing their tags and that they are recognized by the people that they see. Also, with regard to the GI training or same level of skill performing colonoscopy, general surgeons do perform colonoscopies. And we felt that this was something that if this provider was that concerned, should take that to the facility where he works and have that discussion there.
Dr. Cohen is asking you to adopt a policy on this topic. So that's the question. Do you want to spend resources to adopt a policy, which you can? But as Ms. Blake says, he's asking you to adopt a policy requiring facilities to do this. And you don't have any, the commission has no jurisdiction over facilities, only MDs and PAs. You can certainly adopt a policy directing MDs and PAs to make sure that people under their supervision are identify themselves, but as Mr. Lopez pointed out, we have a rule specifically addressing the requiring PAs to identify themselves. So if you think there's any value added to adopting a policy, then you can, but the recommendation policy committee is that this is not necessary.
Dr. Murphy?
I agree. You know, we do have a rule that physician's assistants identify themselves. Along with that rule and the code of conduct and ethics, if somebody says doctor to someone that's not, the conduct should be clarifying that and saying what the proper designation is. As far as skill level and procedure allowances, that's part of the rules and regulations of any hospital and their bylaws committee, as executed by the medical executive committee. And I would refer this individual back to that. And anybody else that has a question about, you know, physicians' privileges, because there's a privilege list and it's reviewed very carefully by the medical executive committees of hospitals, big and small, and also the quality committee. So it seems those rules, those safeguards are already in place, and if there's a question, it needs to be handled at the local level. Thank you.
Any other comments? I'm not sure I really understand about the skill level. And I have to say from my experience that I've not personally myself, but my family member, I went to the PA and was anybody's PA, but the PA correctly diagnosed the problem that he missed by the physician. So I felt like that there's something that about this skill identification, I don't really don't think it's necessary at all. I think it's the care itself, speak itself, or the quality. Thank you. Any other comments? All in favor of not making a policy or as requested?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Never mind. No vote. All right, thanks. And that ends my report. Thank you. Mike, sorry.
How should we respond? Heather, maybe this is a question for you. How should we respond, Dr. Cohen?
I think you could respond, kind of summarize the discussion you had here, say that there is a rule, let him know that he probably didn't know that. That may.
Who should respond?
I think generally, you could have program do that, if the commission wants program to write the letter, and you have nominee sign it, or you have something written up, chair to sign. It's up to the commission how they want to deal with that.
I'll help you. Thank you, Ms. Blake. The next item on the agenda are member reports. At this point, I will invite members of the commission to say whatever you'd like to say. Does anyone have a report? Comments? TikTok video?
I don't have a TikTok video, but I was just, you probably all saw the national news or either in the event today about this new study that come out, just published in New England Journal of Medicine. It's a study of 2018 by probably a lot of you know. The lead investigator is Dr. Dave Bates. And we tried to replicate the study in 1991, which is the landmark study, formed the basis for the IOM report. In that 1991 study, they found, 1/10 of patients are serious harm and whatever, at risk events in the hospital. So in this 2018 study, they collected about 3,000 samples from 11 Massachusetts hospitals. And they found nearly about the same rate of adverse events. So that's what we found out in the news. And Dr. Don Burbett, you probably know the CMS administrative report. He wrote an editorial publishing the same New English Journal. And he said, the report didn't mention near misses. So, near misses actually happen. And also he commented on that voluntary reporting does not seem to working and patient safety seems solved since 1991. So he mentioned some interesting idea about how to, there are so many factors playing into it. And he mentioned AI. So you mine the data to collect the data rather than get away from the mandatory reporting. Use AI to search records on the first event. And maybe doing some analysis, categorize, and put out lessons learned. This may tie to
National Patient Safety Board in the future, I don't know, but that's sometimes what things about patient safety studies to come out from my comment. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that information, Dr. Yu. Anyone else have any comments you'd like?
There's a campaign in the state of Washington today and this weekend to address the critical blood bank shortage that is being felt in virtually every community across the nation, but also in our state. And so there's, if you Google blood bank or blood bank works or blood works, it'll tell you the closest place where you could donate blood or plasma. And if you're able, we'll appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy. Anyone else have a report? Seeing none, next item is on the agenda, the staff reports. Melanie, do we have any staff reports?
Yes, I wanted to be the first to tell you that I am retiring the 1st of September, 2023. Yay. I started the 1st of August in 2014, so I promised the commission then I would give you 8 years. I'm giving you 9, so you got the bonus year. I have talked with Heather and the exec committee, so Heather and I and Chair Chung will be working on the process. Appointing a new executive director is not something that you can do behind the scenes. The decisions that are made and who you appoint have to be done in an open public meeting, such as this forum. But there's a lot of behind the scenes action that will take place. We have to update my position description. We have to write a recruitment notice. We have to send it out. In 2014, we sent it out to newspapers. We don't do that anymore. So there will be a lot of online, Indeed.com and other places where we will send out the recruitment notice. And then Dr. Chung will decide who will go through the applications with me and some staff. And then there will be interviews. As I recall, when I was being interviewed for this, there were 2 panels of interviewers. There was a commission panel, and then there was a staff panel. So the candidates went through 2 different hour-long interview sessions. That was exhausting, maybe not this time. And then, then you can get a short list and bring them back for other interviews if you want. So it's going to be a process. My goal is to have someone in place in August so that there is some overlap. The odd thing about overlap nowadays is that we all work from home. So when I started, Mariella, who was the executive director at that time, was in the building. We met all the time. She would take me to different offices and I would get introduced to people in the department. Well, that is going to be odd now because I'm sure, we all work from home, although we can be virtually, it's just not going to have the same effect, I don't think. But anyways, we're going to try very hard to have an overlap and have that person in before I leave. So I don't want anybody to panic. There will be no weird gap. Even if I leave before the person is on board, which I am not planning to do, the staff can carry the load. I mean, if I got hit by a bus tomorrow, other than you'd be sad, you would not feel the difference in your level of service from the staff. So that's a great staff. They run the commission work perfectly without me. So I just wanted, you're not the first to know, I had to let staff know, but you are the second to know that I will be retiring. And I really love this job, so it's difficult for me, but I have a lot of things that I do outside of my job that are now taking over my life. Any of you who volunteer doing other things, you know that volunteer work gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I just wanted to let you know, and there'll be a process, and Heather and Dr. Chung will be with me every step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. And I would just like to comment that even though I had the privilege to work with you just only during the second half of your tenure here, I can already tell that you were a force that really changed this commission towards the better. And you leave behind a legacy of culture and people and changes that really have accelerated the commission, both from an internal operational sense, but also on the national scale. We are really recognized as one of the top commissions around the country. And really want to give them credit for leading us and having to work with the wide variety of not just commissioners, but chairs with different opinions and beliefs. And during all of that, she was able to hold the ship upright and steady on its course. And just really want to show you how much we appreciate everything that you've done for the commission and for all of us. So thank you. And just going off scripts, just a little bit, I would like any members of the commission to make any comments at this time.
Well,
I'm sure somebody has something to say.
Done.
Melanie, I've enjoyed very much working with you and your dedication to the commission, as well as your responsiveness when there were questions that I had or issues that I wanted to bounce off you, or even with the FSMD when I asked you about that. I really appreciate all of that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to make comments. I didn't have a lot of interaction with you, but then we on the committee from the, how the commission food process sexual conduct, disparity things. I think you shared that with the efforts, and I really appreciate it. The work you've done that, and I hope the commission will keep it, same move forward with your foundation, that change the culture. Thank you.
Dr. Dunn?
One thing about Melanie I thought was fantastic is she really responded to feedback, and someone always interested in continuous quality improvement, we can always improve. And she was able to get things accomplished. An example of this is in the University of Washington, we had everyone would come up to me with complaints over the length of time for getting a license. Particularly, we do have a lot of internationally trained faculty and doctors in working in our system. So I know they take longer, but Melanie was able to really take charge of it, get things under, and made a dramatic difference with data that shows that. But I was very, very impressed with that, and we haven't had any complaints in the last 2 years. And people like to complain, so.
Right, to that point, it used to take like 20 weeks on the average, and now it only takes 4. So, she and her team. Mr. Rogers?
I think it's easy to see the impact of somebody on the fruits of their labor. And I got to say, I've been in Fortune 50 corporations all the way down to a handful of people in small business. And I have never been part of any group, any organization with such a level of professionalism and a level of output that is just incredible. I've never been part of a deliberative body where everybody hand-selected is an incredible professional person who comes to try to make the right decisions for the right reasons and gets it right so many times. And the staff is incredible. You guys serve us everything on a silver platter and make it so easy. And that didn't happen by accident, that happens from the top down. And, Melanie, I don't know how we could replace you, but you built an incredible organization.
Thank you. All right, well, you'll hear more about that to come, but we have 10 more months to give Melanie hugs and more, was that? And more work for her.
You're not done yet.
All right, any other staff reports? All right, thank you. Seeing none, now the report from Heather Carter. Thank you. All right, well, thank you, everyone. This adjourns the business meeting for the Washington Medical Commission. Nice quick meeting. Just as a reminder, our personal appearances are scheduled for 9:45. If I could ask that the commission members on those panels be ready in the room by 9:30-ish so that we're not all trying to clamor into the room exactly at 9:45 when the respondents are scheduled for their appearances. Thank you for that and have a good day.